All righty. What is going on? Something is wrong with my screen, so I don't know what's going on there. Can you guys see me or is it messed up? Yeah, it's all green. What the heck? All right, I gotta try to fix something here. Go to this. Go back to this. There we go. I don't know what that was all about. Interesting. Interesting. Wow. I need to. My hair's a disaster. Absolute trash master. So what the heck? I have that weirdo also turn on vertical crop version for shorts, and it literally chopped half the thing off. Like that doesn't work at all. Wow, it looks so like I gotta like which way do I gotta be to even be in the camera? I don't even know. This way? I gotta be to the right here more, I think. I gotta be over here. This is messed up. Okay, well, I don't know. It's wow, it's a mess. It's a mess. But anyway, you're not here for my awesome hair. Yeah, I know. I know. So we're gonna do a Q&A today, but I never used this feature in YouTube before. Who do we got? Do we got anything in Twitch right now? I gotta bring up the chat. Ah, Scaper, I see you. You see green. There he is. Yeah. Oh, Rio6969. I see you there also. So I'm going into what do we got? Questions. Oh, looks like we have some questions popping up there. People are asking, but the sad thing is I can't put them on the screen. It doesn't pick up this other chat. So that kind of sucks. I don't know. I don't know. What is that? Grabbing some coffee, then going back to my son. Where you going? What's going on? What? All right, scrolling up, do a quick roll call. What do we have here? I see the one and only Budweiser. Nice, nice. Scrolling on. Yeah, this is so messed up. Yeah, remind me next time I have to turn that shorts thing off because now it's just a mess. We got Squirrel Master here. We got Jock McMiner. What is happening? Oh, what is that? Big Skies 7738. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. Much appreciated. Awesomeness. Jock McMiner again. What is that? Oh, I got some crazy uh, burp stuff happening. Why? All Crypto 31 here. Gray Wolf Mining. First time 1392. What is going down? J Rod D. What is that? Steve Laco 313117. Oh, one and only.
Red Potts in the house, nuclear power plant himself.
Is right there. Ogre MGTO double 990. What is happening? Lewis is in the house. Scrolling through. I think what is that? Red's I hate these new names. Red Jasper Kane 1730. Gaming with Smokey down. What is happening? Scrolling through, and now it just jumped on me. Lukewarm Tech. Can we do meet up with RPM, but we all wear GIMP masks to hide identities? To meet up with RPM, like in real life? Just meet up in real life wearing masks? Oh man. Or like on stream. You got a Quai node going and mine to it. Nice, J Rod. You got it running? Sweet. Nice. How's it going so far? Are you mining, but you doing the pool section or you trying solo? Hi, Giovanni. Hi, Giovanni. Beach, what's going on, Beach? I see you. So let's jump into the AMA set. What is this fan funding? We got Giovanni there, 2024 F3S. Yvonne, am I saying that right? I'm probably butcher, but welcome to the Wolf Pack as well. Big Sky again, also welcome to the Wolf Pack. Much appreciated. 100%. I'm just gonna go back to the live chat, make sure I was saying that right, because I don't want to butcher anybody's name. But yeah, okay. We got questions in here. What's the first one? We got Horgrim here, 123. I have solar and can spend about 400 watts 24/7, 365 at the moment. I have Ryzen 3600 plus 3 Radeon MI 50s. Should I sell the GPUs and buy 2 more CPU rigs? Probably. Probably. Yeah, probably most likely, yeah, it's hard to say, but, like, solar, that's a tough one actually, but I think most likely, yeah, you're probably better off ditching them GPUs there and, rocking a couple, maybe 7950X or something. 1 or 2 of those would probably be decent, but again, the RAM prices is not worth it, so you also have the option of going to, obviously, what's it called? I have to go over here a little bit. That thing, that the short thing is bugging me. I gotta go over here. Yeah. All right, there. I can at least see me in the short things kind of lined up. Wow, I'm never doing that again. That's just making me have issues. All right, but yeah, I maybe go AM4 because obviously RAM is cheaper. That's totally up to you. But solar is solar. So yeah, one of the two would work. Jock Winer says, did I do right to sell my dash at 8901? I don't know. What's Dash looking like? Let's have a peek here. I haven't been following Dash at all. Let's see. Dash. Dash. Um, would you sell that? 8901, 89. Oh yeah, so you're right. You pretty much nailed the peak by the looks of things so far over 1 week. As a little, yeah, 89, yeah, 1 month. Oh yeah, 1 year. Okay, and then all. $1,400 in 2017. Drop, drop, drop. What are these little weird things here for? I don't know. Probably you probably did. Like, I have no idea. Not financial advice. I'm not a trader and reading charts, but it looks like it's doing a thing. It hit pumped obviously earlier, late last year, of November 4th. It did a little pump there, so it's doing like a comeback. This went straight up. Here we can see we're already dipping. So it's you probably did. You probably did. It's probably a decent call there, I would have to say, just judging by how altcoin seasons usually do their thing. I'd say that's probably a pretty decent move. Gaming or Smoking Dan, do you think, like most of us do, that Panda was behind the hack that stole the LTC and BTC from a hardware wallet and caused XMR to pump asking for a friend? Was it from a hardware wallet? I thought it was from a bridge. Didn't it happen at a bridge? There's a couple different stories go around, but I think it happened in a bridge. It didn't come straight out of the wallet, but I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. I have to look into it. I got a couple articles. I've been meaning to record a video on it. I'll probably record that later today to release tomorrow or something. But yeah, I don't know. And hack, not hack, who cares? The point here is Monero pumped. So as a miner, that's all we really care about. How it happened, it doesn't matter. The same thing happened last year. Was it last year or earlier on this year? When Monero pumped a little over 400 before, it was the same type of scenario. Got something got hacked in between a bridge or something again then, and that's what caused the previous one. So it happened twice now, and these people use Monero for moving stuff. So yeah, that should say something, I guess, for Monero that people obviously utilized it because of the privacy thing, even if it's sometimes for malicious times. All right, going back to the live chat because that's all the questions we have right there. What do we got here? BC2 is going to rug pool. Is going to rug pool. Rug pool. What? Let me take a look here. Let's look at BC2. Oh gosh. Why is all of a sudden did the difficulty change? No, it's still high. Average. Oh, it must have. Difficulty changed again, didn't it? There's not much hash on it, but the hash rate spiked. So we can see we have a 41-second block time. So this is hilarious. So now it's looking decent profitable right now, but a whole bunch of hash rate just came on board. Difficulty must have finally adjusted down. So now everyone's like, yeah, BC2, finally we're hitting some blocks. But guess what? They're all majority of them are going to some big guy who just put on a bunch of hash rate. Difficulty is going to adjust again. And everyone who says BC2 is awesome is going to be stuck for another 2 months at 10,000-second block times. Oh man, all in on Palladium. Will you be surprised if BC2 hits 1,000? Yeah, I'd be very surprised if BC2 hits to 1,000 because it's about to stop dead in its tracks again. Because look at the hash rate. It usually like here looks like 19 petahash here just shot up, but yeah, usually it's like what 29, 24. Here we can see 17 petahash, and now we got 164 offline. We're seeing very fast block time. So right now it is profitable, but this difficulty is going to adjust up again, and it's going to be back to being the slowest blockchain in history. So, it's a never-ending thing. They need to change the algorithm until they actually have stable hash rate. If they really want to do the BTC thing, SHA-256, like they didn't do anything here, right? They straight up forked Bitcoin, and like there's no dedicated hash rate. So you're going to get all these swings like this based on difficulty, because obviously when the difficulty lowers and it takes so long for the difficulty to adjust, you're going to find a whole bunch of blocks really fast, which is what we're seeing right now again. 41-second block times. I know, less than a minute there. That's crazy. I believe when the one guy, when it happened last time, brought in exahash, and it was like a couple second block times. So much hash rate came on. But then look at since when did this adjust up? Since October. So yeah, 2 months. It's been stuck at high difficulty for 2 months, pretty much over 2 months, because that's the start of October when that happened. We're coming into the end of January here. So that's insane. That's insane when it comes to Bitcoin too. Yeah, I wasn't even showing my screen for that. Oops. Let's go back into there. Let's go back into here and show you guys. See, look, 41.8 seconds. That 41.8 seconds, we can see now we have 88% is unknown, 164 petahash. So someone's just mining to their own node at home with this. But it's not that much still. Like I said, that last time when that guy came in, it was over an exahash. So right now we're still at 164 petahash. So it's a lot more out of nowhere, but it's nothing super major yet. So it's not as bad as last time, but I imagine more hash rate will probably come. So yeah, interesting. Yeah, do I see it hitting $1,000? No, not at all. But hey, who knows? Crazier things have happened. That thing went from a couple cents to $2. I didn't even expect that. Uh, you're gonna dump it. I'm gonna use my newfound skill to get the BC2 CLI and set up a node. Then, if it's still about in a few months, get some coins. Interesting. Yeah, you could do that for sure. Right now would be a good time to get some coins if the block time is really down to 40 some seconds, because now lots of blocks are being found because the difficulty finally adjusted down, but we also have all the hash rate kind of come in. You had a good difficulty for like 10 minutes, then the hash rate went up and now back to 38. J Rod D says, I like crazy. And Will is just gonna dump it. Who's behind this BC2, and how come it becomes so popular? Already 49 mining pools in top 7. I don't know. It's just, what pools are they though? Oh, Cryptex is in there. Solopool.org. Mining Dutch is in there. That's a good question. I don't know what makes this so popular right now, to tell you the truth. Why are there so many pools? Maybe it's just because they're hoping. They're hoping something happens. And if you're a pool and you get in on it early, just like a miner, if you get in on it early and it starts doing something and you already have the hash, miners don't like moving. So if this becomes something big and a mining pool is dedicated already with a bunch of hash rate, the pool is going to make some money because they have this dedicated hash rate from the start. So I guess they're just doing the same things on Hopium, but so far this chain has been nothing but broken. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Wait and see what happens. The hopium is strong with BC2. It is 100%. Rabid, don't cry in 2035 for not buying BC2. Probably not. For all we know, the world won't even be here by 2035 with everything that's going on right now. So, yeah, I don't think I think BC2 is probably the last of our issues. Just buy $1 worth of BC2. Just $1. We need more projects like Quai. Yeah, we need more projects like Quai. Well, if we have too many projects, then they're all going to be pulling money from anywhere. But yeah, we need more script on Quai. More script. I think. If you guys got a script miner, maybe slap it on Quai. Quai needs more script blocks because the more blocks of Doge it can find, then ultimately the higher the price will keep going because there's a lot of money in emissions of Doge that Doge has. So it's crazy. I'm in the hole going to tough. Have you heard of fixed coin? No, I haven't heard of that one. Is that another new one? Difficulty was only down for 5 hours. It looks like it's still down, but a lot of hash rate came on and it's slow to adjust. Have you seen the price of SSD, like hard drives, SSDs? You've been on Quai since December 17th with the DG Home 1. Nice, nice. What's your thought on Bitcoin Blue BB? What is this? Another Bitcoin? I don't know. I'm getting tired of seeing all these Bitcoin coins. New Bitcoin 2, Bitcoin 3, Bitcoin Blue, Bitcoin Pink, Bitcoin Zero, Bitcoin Trash. I don't know. I'm getting too many. There's too many. I see Mr. Red Panda Mining is here. It's so sunny today. Oh, it's sunny. Happy Sunday. Yes. Rabbit, thoughts on Monero pump because of the hack? Yeah, I've been reading that post past couple days. I've been meaning to, I wanted to record something on it, so maybe I'll do that later today and release it tomorrow or something. But yeah, I've been reading those posts, and as a Monero miner, I don't really care why or how it pumped. The point is it pumped. That's the same thing that happened in the first pump when Monero went to over $400 a few months ago. So it happened because of a Bitcoin hack as well. And what was this one in a bridge or something? Did it happen in the bridge? Something with bridges. It always bridges. I always find it funny that all these coins they say they're going to do their own thing, and we're this, we're that. We despise Ethereum, and then all of a sudden they want to bridge onto Ethereum. Like, stay doing your own thing. Bridges are so vulnerable. That's where the majority of crypto hacks always happen. It's in these bridges between networks. And here we go again, another Bitcoin Litecoin hack in between a bridge. Like, why do people do this? But yeah, I don't know. As for my actual opinion, like, someone got hacked from using a bridge, just like many other times before, and then the guy used Monero, and Monero pumped, and we were all happy, and hopefully Monero continues to keep going up. 2 billion Litecoin. What was it, $287 million? Can't remember how much it was. It was a lot, but 2 million Litecoin. That's a lot of Litecoin. That's a lot of Litecoin. Wow, 2 million Litecoin. Craziness, absolutely crazy. Yeah, bridges are how hackers get it. I know for sure. Like, it was like I don't know why all people like. Why do we need all these bridges between chains? Like, seriously, why? That was a big thing Flux was promoting. Oh, we got parallel assets on all these coins, and I don't know. That was just bridge here, bridge there. We got a bridge. Just why? Why bridge? If somebody wants your coin, they'll come to your chain and get your coin. Chat GPT, how do I make a crypto bridge for people to lose coins on? That's good. Korean hackers. Was it Korean? I think they were caught. They were caught in France or something, weren't they? Didn't they get thrown in jail in France or Paris or something like that? I can't remember what. Who keeps that much crypto in one wallet? Seems sus to me. Well, a bridge is like I'm not 100% sure how bridges work, but a bridge is going from a main chain over to a different chain and like wrap coins. So somewhere in the parallel of turning from this chain to that chain. You have a bridge in between that does stuff. And you guys like how how I'm explaining this. Probably the best explanation you've ever heard on bridges. So, a bridge goes across. You get from one side to the other, and somehow in there it gets wrapped up to go to a different chain. Lots of them go to Ethereum, and somewhere in there, while it's being converted through the mysteries of Twilight Land, a hacker comes in and just snaps it away and says, "See you later," and it doesn't make it to the other chain. So I don't know, something like that. So visuals are making it all make sense. Yeah, isn't it? That's the best way to understand it. That's the way I understand it. Something like that, and a hacker just swoops in and grabs it out of the middle. Because somehow they forgot to make in between this bridge. Have you guys ever played like that elephant game? And those other games where you got to try to get all the weight across the bridge. You got to put certain structures up and stuff. And if it's not right, it collapses. That's pretty much what's going on here. They got their bridges here and they got all this money coming through. And then the hacker just finds a way to just set some dynamite here. And it all just comes tumbling down into his wallet. So, yeah. $15 billion studio. Laugh of despair. Oh man. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Yeah, awesome. Nice new streaming room. Yeah, it's awesome, huh? You like this? You like this? Wicked background. Yeah, it cost a couple $1 million to get this set up behind me. Look at all the how much RAM I spent putting all those things together, and those ASICs in the corner, have everything laid out nice, these new monitors. Oh man. Took me months on end to clean up this room. Yeah, I know I need a different colored mask for that. Different colored mask for sure. White, red, and black. White, red, and black mask. Oh yeah, it's a good idea. I don't know where I'd find one. I don't know where I'd find one actually. Do they make them? I don't know if Amazon has any. One day you have nothing, now you got all that. One day you have nothing, now you got all that. Rabid mining did it. What's everyone buying? I just been staying on Cryptex profit switching. Yeah, that's a good thing. If you don't understand what she just pointed out there about Cryptex profit, now that only works for Windows, right? I don't think that doesn't. They don't have a Linux version of that, do they? Or a Hive OS version? Maybe they did. I don't know, but maybe there's a Stratomy point to it that does it. I'm not sure, but at least for Windows, you know how NiceHash works? It does checks of the algorithms and all that, and then it's a rental service, and it points you to wherever the highest demand is. So that's where the highest profit is. And what would happen there is that pays you out in Bitcoin no matter what. So it's going to where all the demand is, so you get the highest revenue with your rigs, and then obviously it pays you in Bitcoin. Now, what Cryptex does is you're actually crypto mining. It is profit switching between the coins that are profitable, and then it can pay you out in either. I'm not sure if we have multiple options or if it's just Bitcoin as well, but there is for sure a option to get paid out in Bitcoin. But you're actually mining the profitable coins based on profit switching and the real coins. I can't wait for the stream where Rabid Mining gives a face reveal only to reveal the next mask. Well, I've done that a couple times already. Like, we come into here, just give me a second. Give me a second. We're gonna do a face reveal right now. So, boom. Here we are. Face reveal. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Like Rainbow Miners doing, and then you can pay out in LTC or Beats. Yeah, Rainbow Miners just smashed it. You guys like that face reveal, huh? Oh yeah, I got a few other masks. I haven't tweaked them out though, but look at. Be like Two Face or Three Face or, yeah. This one. I don't know if you remember this video. This one right here, I wore it. This was considered my mad face. I wore this in a video a while back when Raptorium was really big. And I was like, guys, mad face. And I was wearing that black one. And what happened was, let me see here. What happened was everyone was on Flock Pool. And I was like, hey, guys, spread your hash rate, do this stuff. But yeah. Yeah, they're outside the visual window. Yeah, that sucks. That's the problem sometimes with all this is you don't know where that window comes in and disappears and all that stuff. But yeah. Kwai to Tangent, no sweat. Yeah, Kwai goes to Tangent. That's a nice thing about the Kwai thing right now is it has that support. Red Panda Mining should join live. If he wants to, he can join up. But he just had a live stream. I seen he ended. He had an earlier one than usual. Tangent works well for Kwai. What else? The daddiest of dad jokes. I've got one L9 on Cryptex since last month, average $50 a day. What, for real? The L9 is getting $50 a day on Cryptex? Still, like right now? For real? I'm gonna have to change it. You can profit switch with L9s? I thought that was a CPU thing. Panda's cleaning the house. That's great. I gotta look this up. What's an L9? Let's take a look at some stuff right here now. I just want to come into here. L9, let's go, I don't know, let's go 16 gigahash version. Like, before power. Oh, I'm at 1 cent power right now. I'm like, why is it hardly doing anything? Gauge. So yeah, so like this is only $14 a day right now, or $5.18 after power. Now, if I come in to here, look at A6, and look at L9 here. This is $15 a day, 14. So, am I at 1 cent power here? What's 1 cent power everywhere? What's happening? Oh, great! Now it's broken. Oh, I just exploded hashrate.no. Why? There we go. I'm gonna try this again. 12 cent power. Okay, L9. So $15. So you sure that's $50? Because everything is saying like I don't know how I don't know what's going on. This is $15, $5.69 profit with Kwai. Is that your new YouTube channel, Red Panda Mine? What is it? L9 on Kwai is amazing. Shh. Yeah, it's been amazing. Everything on Kwai. Everything's on Kwai because Kwai is doing what miners wanted forever. You know, some people have morals and say they shouldn't be doing that, and I'm not going to mine it because of that and whatever. I don't care. And I'm sure most of you guys don't care either. You guys want profitability. And Kwai has been helping miners, doing what miners want and need, increasing emissions, grabbing value from other coins to continuing to pump the coin, adding more value to miners. Like they're doing things. And they're doing things that miners wanted. And like look at everything. You look at GPUs, Kwai. Like sure, it's not major, but it's Kwai across the board. We saw the A6, Kwai. Like it's crazy. They're doing things that we always wanted, you know, coins to do. They're doing the opposite. Raven coin, everyone else is halving. Kwai, 5 times our emissions. Screw the halving events. We want our miners. And everybody's doing it. Where can you sell Kwai? I think there's xt.com right now. There is MEXC, depending where you live. Like, it's funny. I could use MEXC where I'm at right now. Some people in southern Alberta can't use MEXC, and the rest of Canada seems like they can't use MEXC, which is weird. In the States, there's some states that can use it, and there's a lot of states that can't due to regulatory issues. So it's really weird. It's really weird how that exchange is working. I can't use CoinX where I am, which kind of sucks because some of the other stuff I'd like to do is on CoinX. So that's horrible. But a lot of you guys can use CoinX. So it's so messed up with a lot of these exchanges. I don't understand how it works. Rud could use Maxine, nice. No, Dan can't use it natively, but they do have Kraken. Kraken is on the list to support Kwai soon. So whatever that is, hopefully it's soon. That should open the floodgates for most of us out there for sure. Maxi works from Denmark. Nice, nice. Go back into here. I better go back to what do we got here? Red Panda Mining said something. It's because whoever started right in the beginning, they have had 300 to 400% gains because price also went up. Yield was amazing for those who started. Oh yeah, for sure. Like when it was like $80 a day when it first came out for the first day and stuff. So yeah, for sure, whoever started on day one, made out like bandits, and they're getting their payouts now from that finally as of about a couple of weeks ago actually. So payouts been going actively. Actually, payouts started being activated from when they first released it, about the time the price started pumping, which makes sense. So does the Kwai team have to wait to no, they don't have to wait to 2 weeks from that because those chains are instant. So it's interesting that the coin started pumping 2 weeks from when it started and when everyone started getting their payouts. So, a lot of people, mine is gonna have put a lot of sell pressure on, but at the same time, we continue to see that pumping. But yeah, you're right, Panda there. People who got in early, mad yields, mad yields. And that was like $70, $80 a day. Pretty crazy. They only wait the 2 weeks to have buffer to counter the sell pressure. Possibly, yeah. It's funny how the 2 week wait makes people skeptical, but the coin just goes up. It doesn't matter. Yeah, no, that's true too. Um, Usually we, don't do that, but now like it's consistent. It's just like you started mining 2 weeks ago, right? But now you're getting consistent every day. You're getting your payouts every day, every day, every day, every day now from 2 weeks ago. So now you're on consistent income constantly on Kwai. And then if you quit mining Kwai, you have 2 weeks of income that's going to keep coming in based on things. So yeah, Fi will continue to go up and the price is up. Win-win. Yeah, for sure. The gift that keeps on giving. And that's the other thing. Like, let's take a look at this again. I did that in that video the other day. If you guys didn't see it, check it out. Right. Right here. Where is it? Panda should actually do one also. Because this would help the chain out for sure. This would make mining even more profitable. Let's just go. Where is it? This one right here. Crypto mining is booming thanks to this. Mining profits soaring as Kwai does what miners always wanted. So this video right here. But what I go through is pretty much, I'll just show you in a nutshell what I went through because where is soap? Soap Kwai. Share this tab. All right, so we're gonna go look at this. And let's just take a look at some stuff here right quick. So if we go in and we're gonna start look at the money that's coming in. So it's obviously up now, but we have $226,000 coming in from Dogecoin. They have 31,000 coming in from Litecoin, 297,000 coming in from Bitcoin Cash, and 164,000 from Ravencoin. So obviously we can see their biggest income so far is Bitcoin Cash. Now, and Ravencoin is big, but here's the thing: on these two chains, they are large entities. I think Ravencoin, their Kwai is the largest entity on the entire network in terms of hash rate. And when it comes to Bitcoin Cash, they're second largest. And when it comes to Scripto, where we're seeing Doge, because Doge is the second place coin in emissions. Now, Doge is making up the second place coin, but they hardly have any hash rate compared to the network. So if more hash rate hit Script and they started finding more blocks, we could see Kwai go 2, 3, 4x from here because that's a lot of emissions that Dogecoin has that could go into Kwai, and that'll just make miners even smile more and continue that profitability up and the coin pumping and things like that. So, like, let's just show you for a quick example here. we got 2.2 terahash. See, 2,264 gigahash on the Quai side here, 2.2 terahash. So if we come in and we look at Raven, here's Raven coin. Here we can see, look at, they're 2.2 terahash. Look at the largest pool, 2 miners, 1.92 terahash. Quai is larger than 2 miners at 2.2 terahash. They got a lot of hash rate coming into Kapow. Looking at the next one here, we can see, let's do the SHA-256, which is Bitcoin Cash, 537 petahash, 537. So now let's look at Bitcoin Cash. 537 petahash is, oh, they're in third place now. Someone came in here. They used to be large. Oh, a big solo pool grew up. So now it looks like they're the third largest pool. So they're still decent. They're still good. They're at 500 some petahash. But here we can see that takes the third place spot on Bitcoin Cash. So they are a large entity on Bitcoin Cash. Now, and we can confirm these numbers kind of if we actually go to Quai. And we look at, say, Kapow for an example, and Bitcoin Cash here, we can see Quai Kapow, 2.6 terahash is what they got on Kapow. And then we can see it here on SHA-256, 571 petahash. So they're huge. They are big players when it comes to these other coins, 571. So yeah, the third largest pool right now. It was the second largest pool, but it looks like we got some hash rate gains here. But yeah, so they're the top pool, top entity on Ravencoin, Kapow, and they're the third largest on Bitcoin Cash, which makes sense why Bitcoin Cash is bringing in so much money. But when it comes to script, they're small. Now, where is their script hash rate? We got 27.91 terahash. We can see here, 27.91. So now if we come in and look at, let's just look at here first. We'll go here, look at those, like $1.8 million in emissions. Like, look how small all the other coins are compared to Doge. That's why I say if they can get more Doge, if they can cut into more of these emissions, Quai is going to explode. But here we go. Let's look at the Litecoin hash rate because everyone's mining Litecoin and getting paid out with merge mining Doge and stuff. We see 2.72 terahash. Whoa, okay, well, I just got to check where we're at. So 27.91. 27.91 terahash is 10th, 11th. They're in 11th place. So they're slightly larger than mining Dutch, but you can see they're small compared to all the big pools here. 27 terahash. Yeah, right here. So they're in 11th place here, slightly above mining Dutch. So they're not hitting that much. Look, for example, here, mining Dutch, they've only hit one Litecoin block out of the past 100. They're not finding very many blocks. If we go to Dogecoin, let's just take a peek here. Same place here. Mining Dutch found, I guess, 142 minutes ago. But yeah, like they're a small entity. So we could, if we could, like, you know, we don't want to manipulate anything here, but if miners looked at this and if Quai could get into the top 5 in hash rate, like over 100 terahash, even top 6, a lot more Dogecoin blocks would be coming in, meaning a lot more emissions from Doge will be coming in, and Quai could 2, 3, 4x from where it's currently sitting right now. Does that make sense? Does it make sense for you guys on how it's all working? Is that would be pretty crazy to see a possible another 2 or 3x on Quai just from, you know, getting more hash rate on Doge because of that. So it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see how, you know, if that could happen. That's why, you know, I think I want to put my blah, blah, blah. I don't know how I'm talking here, but obviously I haven't switched mine over yet. I don't have access to my L9. It's just rocking away on Power Pool right now. But I think I might have to move that over to Quai and just help find some more blocks. What we got here? Jay Styles is what would it do if one of the big boys switched over to Quai? Well, it would help Quai's price for sure. If a big boy, like say half of via BTC or something, move over to Quai would explode in profitability because you know they're still pulling the same emissions. It's not going to change the profitability. It's actually going to make Dogecoin mining and Litecoin mining less profitable because all that sell pressure will be pushing it into Quai. So Quai, it would make Quai more profitable because all this extra blocks from Doge is going to be coming into the Quai infrastructure, and the Quai price is going to start exploding from all that extra Doge because Doge is the second largest cryptocurrency in emissions. That's crazy. It's huge. Doge is a big deal when it comes to money and stuff. Now I don't even know what Quai's emissions are, but it's big. Like, or it's nothing compared to like Doge and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. What do we got here? What we got? Roman Sharrock 6065. You are you are the only one left in crypto mining YouTube, which is still streaming. Other abandoned mining, including DJ Mines. Panda's here too. Don't see Panda's still there. He streams, but yeah, there's not very many of us left. That does these live streams and stuff like they used to. Obviously, when Ethereum was around, everyone was popping up all over the place. But signs of the times are here. You know, crypto mining isn't as, I guess, sought out like it used to be. So yeah, a lot of people have fell off, but there's still a few of us here. Myself, obviously, Panda's here. Hobbyists. I know there's some newer people popping up too, like Modern Mining, which he's been busy a lot lately, but I've been trying to get him on the channel for a live stream. If you don't got cheap power, it's dead. That's very true. That's very true. And I have 12-cent power, and it's rough a lot of the times. Panda's got pretty good power. I'm not sure what he's at. 6, 8 cents? I'm not sure what his power is at. 8 cents? 7 cents? I don't even know. But yeah, there's some people out there with 1 cent power, 2 cent power, and it'll never die to them. But power costs have been gone up, worldwide. And you know what? And it's hilarious. Like, I think it's all of us having to pay for infrastructure for data centers. Like, I don't know. I'm just speculating here, but seriously, think about it. The biggest thing that if you guys know, I saw a few people on Twitter say some stuff too. I never really paid attention, but it's kind of true. So think about it seriously. Bitcoin was pumping, everyone's moving, 4 years ago. All everyone could talk about is how much power Bitcoin miners use. Crypto mining, burning up the power, using all our power, need more power plants. It's wrecking the grid. What else do we hear all the time? All the greenhouse gas emissions, global warming, all this from crypto mining, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? We haven't heard since AI has been booming like crazy. We haven't really heard much on the whole climate initiative anymore. Have you guys heard about it? I have not heard about climate change that much anymore. Sure, like when it comes to voting and political stuff, you hear like questions. What are you gonna do about climate change? But like, there's no push on it anymore. It just happens to be when there's a riding or an election up, then the question pops up. But other than that, that's all you hear about it anymore. You don't see it pushed around and talked about all the time. And AI is exploding. If you actually look at the power consumptions between AI and Bitcoin mining, AI is over double of what crypto's using. And we're seeing all these power plants come up. We're seeing people build new infrastructure, and all our power prices are going up. And we're probably all just paying for data centers to get free power pretty much for AI. So we're getting screwed every way you can think about it. And it's all a sham. It's all a big sham. And there's some other things here, I don't know who's religious, who's not, but it also shows in the Bible that all the officials will come together, and the climate change initiative is just the start where they start signing these things, and it's a build of unity. They want to cause all this unity and stuff, and then once they test it out and they can do all this, that's when they start pulling in all these Sunday laws, and it's all the start of the end time. This is all written. Everything that we've seen happen is written. So just the end is coming, guys. So really, you're thinking, oh, this is going to do this in 50 years. That's going to do this in 60 years. There's probably not going to be anybody left in all this time. So just be ready. I don't know. Like, things are crazy right now. Absolutely insane. And then obviously as consumers, we're just getting screwed by it. But AI decided climate change is a hoax. They need the power, so they will call our bluff. Yeah, for sure, huh? 100%. AI is using way more power than crypto mining ever did. And like, I remember I did a video a while ago, just based on stats. And they said Bitcoin mining, like it was 4 years ago, I think, when I did that video. And everyone says, well, it's not accurate. You can't use that. I'm like, why can't I use that? It's an argument. But as soon as you argue against something that's, could be legit, they say, no, it's not true. So what I did, I remember, I don't know if any of you guys seen that. It was about 4 years ago or something. I think it was last bull run or something. But, all the talk, crypto mining is bad, using too much power. So I was like, you know what? I Googled it. There's over 2 billion gamers in the world. I took my gaming PC, I tested the power, it's around 600 to 800 watts, depending what you're playing and stuff. So now you picture all the gamers in the world, and then some may have obviously smaller PCs. This was a third. I think when I did that, it was a 3090 at the time with the I don't know what I had in this PC then. I don't know if this was still 30. No, I think I was at 7,000 series. I don't remember. Anyway, 3900X, 3950X, or I had a 7,000 series. I don't know. Point is, my gaming PC was using around 600 to 800 watts. So I times that by 2 billion. And the power consumption throughout the world was boom. But guess what? It doesn't matter how much power gamers are using because all these companies are making money, selling games, doing all this stuff, AI for games, and it just don't matter. But gamers use a frick ton of power. But nobody talks about that. It's only talking about when you have something like possible financial freedoms and Bitcoin and crypto, it's bad because we can't let that happen. We have to keep everybody broke so that, they can be controlled easy. Just saying. Anyway, AI decided we went to there, red pots. Does that mean frac was a fractal ownership of the most valuable assets in the world is only there was such a marketplace. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. AI, climate change, yes. And what was that the other thing? That other one when I find that also funny. Was it Yeti? Yeah, it was Yeti when we were talking to him the other day, and where they are and stuff. Older and there's some places here that you still remember the incentive to get solar power and stuff. If you could offset your power and stuff, you could help the grid and you would get paid to put power back into the grid. Well, guess what? They're like, okay, this is awesome. But they started seeing that they were losing too much money that way. So, in fact, what they had to do at this point is cut that off. Oh, no, we don't want these people. Sure, they can help the grid, but we're not paying them anymore because now we're losing money because too many people started putting up solar panels. So now we're not paying them anymore because now we can't make as much money. So now we're just going to cut that off and you can no longer get paid for having solar. Like, what? Like, everything is geared to screw us every possible way possible. Yeah. Anyway. But no one gives a crap to think I should just wash my dishes in the sink. Oh man, that's crazy. I better check to see if we have any new. Oh, I had my Twitch still closed too for a bit. Darn, I always forget about that. No new chatting over there, so that's all right. Let's see if we have any new questions popping up. Thanks for the reply. We got Hologram here saying, oh, Quick Miner here is asking, okay, what do we got? Are these new ones or old? Did I do right there? And then do you think most of us, okay, we went through the hack thing. Quick Miner says, can you mine script on a GPU? I'm not sure. There's probably a miner out there where you could try. I imagine so. I'm just not sure which miner would do it. Probably a CG miner or something, but I'm not 100% sure. That's a good question. It's probably possible, but you'd have to find the right miner. I don't know if any support that. So yeah, I'm not sure, and that's a good question. We should figure it out and do a hash rate test on the GPU. Hogan123, thanks for the reply at the start. My power is like 33 cents per kilowatt hour, so my solar overhead is all I can use. I'll try to sell those Radeons and buy some crazy AM4 rigs. Thanks, bud. Yeah, no problem. And now we have Synarvis H2R here. Which is the best coin to earn huge money? Oh boy. Oh boy, there's a question and a half. Do you mean just like for buying a coin or mining a coin? I don't know what you mean by that question, but that's a tough question. Honestly, one of the best things you can probably do right now is not financial advice. Wait till the end of the year. Most likely, Bitcoin will be at its bottom for the cycle. Get some Bitcoin. Wait till 2029. Sell your Bitcoin. that's that's it in a nutshell, I guess. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. That's a loaded question. So I don't know. What do we got here? What else? Oh yeah, solar panels. What's better for solar panels? All you solar freaks out there. Because I want to turn into a small solar freak. I want to look into some small stuff, one or two panels, take a look. But buy mono or bifacial. I've been looking at some YouTube videos and I hear bifacial is better if you raise it up off the ground, and depending how you have it mounted. If you're putting it on a roof, mono's better. If you have it laying on the ground, mono's better. But if you have it lifted on stands and stuff, then bifacial is better. And they're supposed to be better for sunny days and cold climates and stuff as well. But they cost, quite a bit more than the mono. So, all you guys that are doing it, what are some of the good ones? I was looking at, let me find this website. Oh no, they're in Ontario, so I don't want to use them. I'm trying to find a place close to see what we got. You just nailed it. Oh, is that what they are? So like I learned stuff on solar already? That's the difference between that's what the difference between mono and bifacial is? All right. So now I'm debating, what do I do? So I guess I should get a stand and get the bifacials, and that way, for cloudy days, cold climates like where I'm in Alberta, it gets cold here. I'm probably better off with the bifacials, huh? Signature Solar. Where are they? Are they in Alberta? Signature Solar. Let's take a look. Signaturesolar.com. All right. Oh, I was looking at this place, I think. I recognize this. But where are they? Are they in the States or are they in Canada? Oh no, they had it. Their shipping. That's what it was. I think their shipping was insane. I put in like $200 or $300 worth of stuff, and their shipping was like $800. I was like, no, $400 or $500. I was like, whoa, no thanks. See you later. Yeah, their shipping was insane. So I was like, is there anywhere in Alberta I could drive to and look at their stuff so I could pick it up myself? Because obviously solar panel and stuff are heavy and things like that. I'd rather just pick them up. I don't want to get them shipped because it 350. Look here, here's $350 flat rate shipping. But yeah, like shipping's expensive. Like I could get a couple panels for just for the shipping fees. You get a couple solar panels for the price of shipping. So why? I don't want to pay shipping. So I need something close in Alberta, somewhere in Edmonton, maybe Calgary that I can drive to. Something that's like 3-4 hours away. You're gonna get some on Facebook? Yeah, I don't know. I don't use that platform, but um there's one place that looked decent, but I can't remember now. Off Grid Solutions, I think. Off Grid Solutions? Yeah, I was looking at some of their panels. Like, let me see it here. Installation, resource, home charging, solar panels. Oh, what is all this? Whoa, this is way different than when I was on my phone. Solar panels. What? Oh, that's not this might not be the right website. Off grid. Off grid solar. Is this it? That ain't it either. There's a green website. Nope, that's not it. Off grid power solutions. That's not it either. I don't know. I don't know where it was, but I found a couple. Like, what were they? It's 450-watt panels for $190. I was thinking, maybe get two of them. That'd be about what? That's like 900 watts. That, and then I don't know, like one of those blue Yetis or something, but those things are expensive. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just trying to find something small to start with. I could just throw maybe the solo Bitcoin miners or something on them, just to play around with. Start recording some small videos on these little mini solar setups, then something you can expand into. Now, obviously, when you get to the battery side of the Blue Yetis and there's other brands and other stuff like that, uh, because you can expand into it. I plan on just getting like a larger one and then just start, as time goes by, you can start stacking more and more panels over time as you get some extra money or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to really do with all that. Like, I don't know where to actually start. What's a decent price for what you get? Like, I know those Blue Yeti systems for the battery thing and that they're expensive, but they also got some cool features. Like, you plug it in for solar, you can also plug in the AC. So when you run out of solar, it'll still run your rigs 24/7, but you're using back to your normal house power, right? So it goes back and forth. And when the sun comes out and you have enough power to generate into there, it'll then start offsetting to the solar panels again. So that's also another pretty nice feature there. Blue Eddy. Yeah, not Yeti, Eddy. Yeah, blue. How do you pronounce that? But yeah, that's what I mean. The blue Eddy or ET or yeah, the blue TTI. That's what I mean for sure. These things. Let's take a look at them. Let's find them. Blue T. Yeah, these guys, these things right here. This is what we're referring to. Yeah, these cool things like this. So I don't know what size. Like these are expensive though. 1,800 bucks. I can't afford that. But like this is a rolling power station delivering up to 4 kilowatts. So that's 4,000 watts. It says 2,600 watts, and then 3,840 watt hours. 2,600 watts. That's not too shabby. 52% off. These are all on sale right now, but are they actually on sale? They're just trying to trick you. Are they trying to trick you and they're actually more expensive what they were? But these are pretty these are neat things. Because yeah, they can run up AC as well as the solar. But the other thing I'm looking at, they have their own special plug. So like when you get a solar panel, you just get the converter to plug in, like what are they? MC4 connectors, I think it was, based on reading it. But then they use their own special. Can I zoom in here more? Yeah, right here. There's the input. They have this own special plug here. So you get a converter to go from the MC4 into this, so you could use pretty much any type of panels as long as you're looking at the proper voltages, series versus parallel, because you don't want to double it up too much. It's almost like you work on a diesel engine, like this big um you got a big cat engine or whatever diesel engine on the rigs. For our pumps, we got this huge monster engine. Same with the electricity there. You got two of those big R's, cat engine, diesel electric motor that provides your gen shack there for the generation of power, but you're running them at 24 volts. So when you take your positive and negatives and you cross them onto the second battery, and that goes from 12 volt. So you go from positive to negative on the other one and negative to positive between the two batteries. And that moves from 12 volt to 24 volt. So then you got to be careful, especially when you're jumping them if the battery dies in minus 40 and doing a rig move or something. So, but it's the same thing with solar panels based on when I gather it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong because I'm new to solar. I was just kind of learning, but you could do it the same way. But as you keep doing that, you're doubling your voltages. So you can't go over the voltage of whatever inverter or something that you're using, or obviously you'll burn it up. So then you got to go into series and then you just get double plugs that convert them together. You keep the same low voltage, but you keep stacking the power on top. Does that make sense? Is that how they work? I'm pretty sure that's how it works with solar panels as well, kind of like how those batteries work. But I'm just trying to learn everything right now just to get a idea of how all this stuff, kind of works here. But I don't know if there's a special plug for those blue Eddy, however you pronounce them, type of machines. Series adds the voltage. Okay, so parallel. Yeah, parallel is the one that maintains the same voltage, but you're just linking them all the powers together. Yeah. Parallel adds the current. Yeah. The amps, the voltages. The voltage, yeah, voltages. I have wow, I'm still getting one. What, one of those Yeti things? Hey, I use my if you're getting those Yeti things, check out my links in the description because you can get them on Amazon and stuff also. If you're getting all in one, get one that does 240 volt. I think those ones have 240 volt switches on them. I think I'm gonna have to go back to it now. I think they can do. Does this one have it? Let me check. Let's go back to this. Uh, this one 2,600 watt. This DC out. Max USB. This one might not have the 240. There are some that have the 240 volt. Uh, Is that the one I was looking at? Was this one? Home battery backup, alternate chargers, solar generators. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure they had 120, 240-volt switches on. But yeah, you definitely got to make sure you also have a 240-volt if you want to run, ASICs and stuff. I just got to find, I don't know which one it would be, but these things are so expensive. I can't afford this at all. Maybe Panda can buy me one. Oh, man. I don't know. I got to look. Let me see. Blue Yeti power, 240 volt. 120, 240 volt, long lasting. Which ones? Does this one do 240? I have to read about it. More. 15-minute UPS, solar panels. Blue Yeti app, ultra low 3 watt. I don't know which ones do 240 volt. Maybe this big guy right here. Or is that this one? That might be that one. TV, don't care. Yeah, see here, you can see they have this one plugged in. So here's the solar going into here. Here's the plug. You plug it into here. And if you have enough solar generating, it'll run off solar. And then as soon as nighttime or something hits, it'll auto swap over to your actual house power. That's why I think it'll be nice and sweet. You have half your day running off solar, the other half running off, the power, depending on how much solar you have. But yeah, definitely one for 240 volt, but I don't know which ones they are. Yeah, I want one of these. They're pretty freaking sweet though, I think. But they're also, there's probably cheaper versions out there where like this one, it might be a name brand thing that you're paying for the name. So you're paying extra money for the brand. And, there's other ones that are probably the same quality that are cheaper. So that's another thing I got to do a lot more research in because that's how it works. Like after looking at other things, there's so many items that are exactly the same, made in the same places. But the top one, you're paying a premium price just for the name. So, and there's other ones that are a lot cheaper that's exactly the same build. So, these are other things I gotta look out for and see what else there is. What? They sent you one and you never even made a video on it, Panda? What the heck? Yeah, send me that contact. I want to see if I can get in on that because yeah, I want to try this stuff out. I want to slowly expand into a little bit of solar and see, I think it'll just be a fun thing to do. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I didn't know you had a contact. Hook me up. Which one did you get? How does it work? Does yours have 240 volt? Now I got so many questions for you. I'll talk to you on Discord later. Okay, what do we got here? That looks like the Kaspa white paper. What? Oh boy. Solar won't work for me. I'm surrounded by 120 feet trees and no sun. Oh no, horrible. That sucks. Yeah, trees. Trees is bad when it comes to solar, but trees is good for fresh air. You got no sun in Canada. Alberta's supposed to be really good for sun. Alberta's one of the best places in the world for solar. Unless it's wintertime. Wintertime is bad. Summertime it's good. Uh what else do we got here? How long have we been streaming? Wow, we've been here for a little over an hour. Let's just see if there's any more questions and stuff. You are 3x what you get with that Blue Yeti for less. So what do you mean? 3x what you get. So like there's some that one is 3 times the price of some other ones. Is that what you're referring to? That's what I mean. I gotta figure out what are the other brands that are much cheaper because I'm broke. I can't afford this stuff. So I gotta get as, but I don't want stuff that's cheap from China and it blows up and burns down my house because that would be even more expensive than just spending money on a good one. How many days you have summer? I don't know actually. With light and sun, well, the days are already getting longer, but I guess from March to June, July, August, September. It's about 6 months, I guess, of decent light. So it's half and half. because once October hits, it starts end of October. We're starting to get dark by 5:30, 6 o'clock. It's like blackout. By Halloween, it's blackout by like 6. Yeah. So yeah, cheaper to get EG4 and build proper. What's EG4? That's true. Everything is from China. Cheaper to go EG4. EG4. Hmm. What is it? I gotta look. I gotta Google EG4. What is EG4? EG4 electronics. True whole home backup. So do you mean EG4 like the place? EG4 is a US based solar. So yeah, but that means I gotta ship all that stuff. And like we just went through, shipping is an extra $400, $500, $600. On top of that, I can get a whole bunch of panels for that price if I can just go pick it up myself. Yeah, but he's trying to hear jihad praying music in your neighborhood. No, I don't even know what jihad is, if I even said that right. Building your own solar is like building your first CPU rig. Yeah, it is kind of like that. I'm pretty excited to build, just a little mini solar thing and then just slowly expand it a little bit. That's why I say, like, when you go to the battery side of things, I like to get something fairly large. That way, I just want to start with one or two panels, but then, over time it can support, another up to maybe another 20 panels or something. Like, I don't know. That's quite a bit actually, but you know what I mean? I can keep adding on panels to make more and more power kind of go through as I figure out where to put things and more room, things like that. And then that way, okay, instead of getting something super small where, two panels, small little system is cheaper up front, sure. But then now if I want to expand it, I got to get another battery system, which is where all the money is. So you may as well get the decent battery system first and then slowly start expanding the panels into it, is my general plan. Now, whether that plan works out, I have no idea. Yeah, no need to go full in at all. That's what I mean. That's why I wanna leave the room for expandability, but have the ability to do it without having to buy more batteries and stuff. So start with, a decent battery and stuff with decent capacities, and then just a couple solar panels to start, get things hooked up, let it do its thing, figure it out, watch it, understand it more, and then slowly, expand out with panels and stuff from there. Yeah, you 30 kilowatt hours for sure. You need a lot. That's right. I just want to go slow. Start with like some of the small little solo Bitcoin miners or something for now. Like, nothing major out of the get go. You want EG4 because you can always expand. So yeah, that's the thing. Always having the option to expand is definitely key. Yeah, you only need 12 volt. Yeah, no, yeah. PC and everything runs on 12 volt. That's true. EG4 has 10-year warranty. Okay. Yeah, but I don't is EG4 a type or is EG4 a brand? Because a lot of the panels around here are 25, 30-year warranty and stuff, but I don't know. You want enough solar to run one 3 kilowatt miner, so 3,000 watts. That'd be nice, but I don't want to do that right out of the get go. Maybe eventually it'd be nice to be able to power like, a Bitcoin ASIC or something. That'd be decent. That'd be a cool thing to do. But at first, I said I'm still learning. I'm trying to learn and figure this stuff out. So I just want to start small, whatever. And then once I get an idea of how everything's working and things like that, then you slowly expand. Kind of like your first CPU rig, like it was mentioned earlier, start that way and, get a feel for it and then go out from there. No, you need 48 volt for solar. It's about conversion efficiency. A 48-volt inverter pushes more power than a 12-volt and less likely to overheat. Oh yeah, for sure. Voltage. How I gathered it from like when I went to motorhand school and stuff for rigs. You got your amps and your voltages. And a quick way to sum it up is your voltages is the speed that you're sending in the power, you know, and the amps is your punch. Boom, the shot of power that you're getting. So the higher the voltage, the faster you're moving them amperages through. type of thing. Does that make sense? So yeah, you're gonna want more than just 12 volts because you want that power to move faster into there for charging and things like that. EG4 is a manufacturer of inverters and batteries. Okay, so when I went to that website, EG4, that's their website. Gotcha. Honestly, with an inverter, you can run a BitX Gamma. Yeah, for sure. Like a BitX Gamma is only 24 watts. So you don't need much for something like that for sure, 100%. Yeah, volts, amperes, etc. all need to be understood. 100%. You don't want to mess those up. Same thing where what is it? Like what is it? You see those people where like, oh, I got 12,000 volts running through me. Like volts isn't the issue, it's the amp. So if you got 50,000 volts running through you and sparks is flying everywhere, but it's only at 1 amp, it's not really doing anything. It's just electricity is flowing through you very fast. But the power shock hit isn't there, so it's not going to hurt you. That's why they also say a car battery is higher amperage than your house power at 120 volts. So you're more like a car battery is more deadly than getting shocked by your house power type of thing because it has much higher amperages. It has a higher boom shot to you. You know what I mean? It's like comparing a 22 versus a BB gun. You know, the 22 will have more amps than that BB type of thing. Or a shotgun obviously has way more amperage. But that's how I kind of got it. Okay, what amp? Well, you know what I mean. A small amount of amperages versus high voltage. My ECG4 6000 XP has brought in 12 megawatt hours. Am I reading that? 12 megawatt hours in the last year. That's a lot. That's a lot of nice power there. Holy crap. Oh, I see. Okay. Chump system is awesome, but doesn't mine. You don't need an inverter to run that. No. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, guys. So I guess what are we? Yeah, we've been here for quite some time, so I guess we're gonna wrap up this live stream. Appreciate you all. We'll see if we go live or not again tomorrow. We're on a streak of live streams, though. It's pretty crazy. But we'll see what happens. I do appreciate all you guys for showing up to this live stream. Make sure you do hit that like button and everything. And then I'm going to do some more research on the solar stuff. Hey, if any of you guys are in Discord and you come up or you find something in Alberta for solar, DM me or put it in the solar channel. Because again, I'm looking into where I could find, a couple cheap panels and stuff. So thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Rabid out.